Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Lily, and I'm going to be doing my presentation on the Black Widow and forced sterilization. The Black Widow is a 2021 film that identifies the origin story of one of Marvel's most beloved heroes, Natasha Romanoff. The Black Widow was originally the only female hero selected for the Avengers Initiative, serving as an empowered figure young girls idolized during childhood. My thesis is displayed here. The film is a clear representation of the innate belief that many people possess that women are not capable of being serious or unaffected by emotion if they have reproductive organs. By analyzing the hysterectomy Natasha Romanoff and all Black Widows is forced to undergo to become a killer in her program, it becomes evident that society has decided that women are swayed by their sensitivities due to their uteruses. In order to remove their motherly instincts, one would need to steal their reproductive abilities and rights. Natasha Romanoff was kidnapped as a child and subjected to brutal training and experimental procedures to become the world's deadliest assassin. Yet, along her journey, Natasha worked tirelessly to steer from this version of herself. So moving on to secondary sources, my first is Salinger's overview from Reproductive Politics. The Black Widow acknowledges the theory of moral motherhood as described by Salinger. Moral motherhood pushes the notion that respectable women distance themselves from explicit sexuality and from the separation of sex and reproduction. Women are expected to have a natural ability with children and are thought to be sensitive because of their capability to be mothers. Her program wants to turn her into a warrior machine with no moral compass of feeling when she kills. Coerced sterilization in America was common throughout the 1970s for poor women and women of color. While the laws in America were not made to turn these women into killing machines, the fundamentals of what happened to Natasha are exactly what happened to many minorities during this time period. The idea of coercing a woman to get sterilized is not much different than how Natasha was treated, as if there is no possibility that the hysterectomy would not have occurred. My second secondary source is from Ross and Salinger's Reproductive Justice. In their introduction, they illustrate how forcing sterilization of Black women was common in order to keep America primarily white for racial betterment. White women had a duty to procreate to make the white nation stronger and larger in America. Black women were sterilized to establish a whiter race. While sterilized for different reasons, overall, the theme of men controlling women's bodies and choices remains the same. The film Black Widow is a reminder of this unwavering fact. Whatever the reason may be, in society, men feel they have a say over what women do with their abilities to reproduce. My last secondary source is from Barranco's sexy, sterile, sacrificed Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Natasha Romanoff is undeniably the archetype of a sex symbol of women in the Marvel franchise. Until she had the chance to develop her story in the Marvel franchise, Natasha was really no more than a sexual object and eye candy to anyone who was into Marvel movies. The Black Widow gave Natasha Romanoff a platform to speak her truths about her real story behind the tight catsuit with the zipper pulled down enough that her cleavage can be easily seen. She understands why she was sterilized, but she does not understand why it is that she is constantly put down for a decision about her body that she did not even make on her own. This further expands the idea that even when a woman conforms to exactly what you want her to be in society, she will still not be wanted as she is for who she is. The Marvel franchise appeals to young girls and boys who will see what the world thinks a hysterectomy can do to a woman. In that way, it could have been a harmful idea, but really it positively exposes the fact that just by removing a woman's reproductive organs makes her no less sensitive and no more strong. It is simply a disgusting act of stealing a woman's right to her autonomy and basic human rights and controlling what happens to her body. The Marvel universe appeals to children and adults, men and women all over the world. She is a perfect example of a powerful woman with a body controlled by society for people of all ages. She's a lesson to all about a woman's strength to persevere in a world that has worked tirelessly to suppress her. The Black Widow is a beautiful exploration of a woman's coming of age story and finding herself despite society deterring her from her chance to be free to do what she wants with her body. Thank you guys so much. I'm so looking forward to watching all of your presentations.